your way and be blessed. And, you know, times are shining on you. A new year. You gotta give me a second to wipe my lens off for just a second. See if I can get it down. Alright. So yeah, like I was saying, we're in a new year, and just an awesome time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? You got such a potential to do great things this year. And one of the things I wanted to speak on, just because of what I experienced just this morning, is something that's just very crazy to me. And within the span of, say, 3 years, 4 years, I'd say, maybe longer, I've had to travel through Memphis, Tennessee. And what I don't understand is how can a city be so great? Some of the most awesome, black people that you probably would ever experience, some of the best food that you will ever experience, but one of the most terrible places for your safety, for you to be comfortable, and for you to be able to travel and go through, and the potentials of something happening, to you and your family, or just say, us truck drivers coming through. We know what the reputation of Memphis, Tennessee is. Some of you guys that may listen to this probably know exactly where I'm going with this. But I want to just talk about it because what recently happened to me last night is very I had enough of the way I have had to experience Memphis, because it's crazy. So I'm gonna start back in September 1st, 2021. On September 1st, 2021, I get out of my truck I'm going to the truck stop, and I'm going to get something out of the truck stop. And what ended up happening when I come back, there was some random person that was inside of my 18 building. I ran towards them, had my gun in my hand. And I hate that I had to carry a gun, but it's just me knowing how that place is. I didn't have to do that, because you never know. And just this very time, I end up having to use my gun. So, make a long story short, I ran towards the guy. He jumps up out my truck. He jumps in his vehicle that was on the side of my vehicle, my truck, on the passenger side. And he had took my phone, because I left my phone in my truck. And he jumps in his car. It was dark, and make a long story short, he lets his window down, started running towards me, and started letting off shots. This man shot me 3 times. Shot at me 5 times and hit me 3 times. I would have never thought that would have happened to me. The only reason why I didn't shoot him is because I would have shot him in the back. I didn't want to do nothing like that. I'm not built like that, but the thing is, I had to protect myself, and I took for granted of him having a gun. That was just crazy to me. Memphis, Tennessee. So, just a few weeks ago, I go into Memphis, because I have to go to Memphis a lot. It's a lot of commerce that goes in and out of Memphis. Us truck drivers, we know this. So I go and I park my truck for the night. Next morning I wake up, somebody done got inside of my trailer while I was asleep. So then take it today, or that last night or whatever. I parked. I even put a lock on my truck, and somebody goes and even cut the lock off and go into my truck. They didn't take anything, but it's the fact that they do this. I don't know nobody in Memphis. You know, let alone communicate with anybody for them to want to get inside of my 18-wheeler and you know, take anything. So it's so weird to me that type of stuff go on. There's a lot of killing going on in Memphis. Young men, young women get killed. I saw a video, a news video just a couple of, maybe like an hour or two ago, about three young men, all up under the age of 16 years old, committing robberies. They said they was on a robbery spree for a whole week, taking people's vehicles and all kind of stuff, and robbing people. They end up getting caught. And I just stepped back, you know, and this morning when, you know, I saw that my lock was broken off of my trailer, I just sat back and I just wanted to sit back and I was thinking to myself, like, what is going on in Memphis, Tennessee, that have people so on edge to where they feel like they got to kill each other, steal from other people. I mean, we're talking about where Martin Luther King was assassinated. We're talking about where the monument of Elvis Presley is. We're talking about a place that's rich in history as far as music. And I've been like, why Memphis? Why Memphis have to be this way? With such strong culture, why is it that Memphis has to be this way? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I just don't have the answers for that. But it's just, I wanted to just put that out there. All of you people that's from Memphis, Tennessee, that's maybe watch this, I really feel like y'all don't understand how great your city is. I feel like y'all take your city for granted as far as the tourism, people coming there. You know, it's a lot of money that could be coming into Memphis. But yet, y'all are literally degrading what Memphis can be and what Memphis should be. Y'all got one of the best areas to go and have a good time, listen to, you know, live music and stuff. Like when May come around, Memphis in May, I love going to Memphis. I hadn't been in a while, but you know, when I used to have a chance to go to Memphis, I used to have a good time going to Memphis. Going to Memphis in May, being able to walk that whole corridor. You got BB King's restaurant. You know, the young guys going there playing blues music and stuff. I mean, it was an awesome experience. I mean, I don't even listen to blues music, but they kept my attention. And I sat there and I listened, you know, just the culture, the people that's there, real down-home people and stuff. But see, now, if you were to go into some of these places and establishments, these people are so afraid. Even like places I go to pick up loads and deliver and stuff like that in Memphis, you go in there, you know, it's black folk, and they just got this whole ratchet, ghetto type of mannerism about themselves that just don't make no sense. Unprofessional. Don't seem to just give a darn about being professional and being at a place of business, you know, where you are having to conduct business and they are a representation of this particular business. But they acting as if they, you know, on their own free time, the way that their mannerisms and stuff is. A lot of the women there, they real ratchet. They real ghetto, like bad. It's bad. And I just be thinking to myself, man, this supposed to be one of these old down home places, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, you can enjoy yourself, you can enjoy Memphis culture. It just don't make sense to me. And I really wish that something kept them the hope and I'm gonna say the will to do things differently within their city. I'm calling out all, whoever, OGs, politicians, whoever it is that have the ability to influence. I mean, rap artists, the Young Gottis, the Moneybag Yo's, all, something needs to happen in Memphis, Tennessee, with all of y'all that come from Memphis, that made it and did big through, 3-6 Mafia Project Pack, all of them, what I'm saying? I'll be wishing and hoping and praying, what I'm saying, that the culture that Memphis have can be increased and things be done differently there. Something is happening in Memphis, Tennessee, and it might always have happened, but when I started experiencing the craziness of Memphis, Tennessee, it rose my antennas up and it started to have me questioning what is going on in Memphis, Tennessee. What's happening? Why is it that it has to be so, number one, violent, with such strong culture that y'all have, strong black culture? Why does it have to be so violent? Why is it that it's, the opportunities that these people are taking to want to go and steal, like, they risking their life for nothing. Some of the decisions that they making, they risking their life for no reason. The stuff that these folks trying to steal and get, I mean, it's been even trains that have Jordans on and stuff, and they go and jump and in the trains and get the Jordans out the trains and stuff. I mean, it be swarms of young folk. They did it at Amazon. I was like, what is going on in the mindsets of the young folks in Memphis, Tennessee, that's making them want to do this type of stuff? I ain't never seen another city that do that type of stuff in the United States other than Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is a very high commerce area. You got a lot of product that's being ordered and shipped out and delivered either in Memphis or coming out of Memphis. And you would think with such a high commerce place that it would be more money there that will, be more job opportunities or whatnot. But for some reason, they still are wanting to invest their energy into stealing and killing. I don't understand it. I don't really get it. I just ask myself this question. I don't have no facts or nothing, no fact sheet, nothing to go off of, looking at the statistics and stuff in Memphis, Tennessee, as far as jobs and, different opportunities and stuff in Memphis, Tennessee. All I know is I see my people, I see black folk. I see young women, there's parts of Memphis, Tennessee that is just, high, on, for lack of better words, prostitution. Like, it's almost as if the law enforcement and that level of, government are not putting any energy into prevention methods, or just the politics in Memphis alone, the job creations and stuff to prevent this from happening, or to promote and motivate these young people, from not wanting to have to do that. Better opportunities for them. Something needs to happen, because Memphis, at some point, I feel like if it continues to go the way it's going, Memphis gonna end up being like another Detroit. People gonna be moving up out of it. It's gonna be vacant homes everywhere. Businesses gonna move out of their place because they tired of having to lose because the people want to steal, rob, and all this other stuff like that. People gonna move their businesses up out of Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know if it's the taxes, the tax breaks or whatever that some businesses get, or whatever they keep them in Memphis. But I feel like at some point, Memphis is not gonna be anything. And it's sad to me. Such an awesome place. So I just want to call out and try to get, if anybody watches this from Memphis, Tennessee, y'all come in and let me know what is it that's going on in Memphis that's causing this to take place in the way that it does. I mean, us truck drivers shouldn't have to worry about nobody breaking into our trucks and trying to steal our freight. That's ridiculous. Do y'all not I know that the product that we carry is vital to somebody's business and vital to other potential people that's going to purchase the items that we deliver into Memphis or we bring through Memphis. I know y'all probably don't care because it's evident if you'll go so far as to try to steal it, you can't care. But why risk your life over that? Why risk your life? Why risk your freedom over scraps, over stuff that really ain't worth you losing your life over? Why even do that? Those are questions that I have. I almost wish that I could just go out and interview a couple of people that's from Memphis, that's in these streets, and that know the streets of Memphis, to make it understood as to why this type of stuff is going on. I'm only bringing this up because I done been a victim of these people that choose to do this. Because see, one thing I'm not going to ever do is be against my own kind. Regardless of what is going on, I'm going to always have faith that black people can get it together, and wherever we are, we're going to be able to get it together and start doing things that's going to promote our culture to be better. Places like Memphis, Tennessee, where a lot of black people are concentrated. I mean, I love my kind. I would love to be able to feel safe going into Memphis, being able to, get out my truck and, going to the stores, communicate with people and stuff like that or whatever. But you can't even do that because you have to watch your back. Or somebody potentially doing something to you. Stealing from you. Stealing your car. I know that's happening everywhere. But I only can speak on what it is that I have experienced and where I experienced it at. And Memphis, Tennessee is where I've experienced it. I don't even want to, from this point forward, I would never like park in Memphis, Tennessee ever again. Ever. Because y'all not even thinking that this right here could potentially affect the person that you're stealing from. Like, do you know that you can cause a truck driver to potentially lose his job or lose money when you do that? I mean, what if somebody was to come into your house and stealing your stuff? Stealing from your mama, your sister. They go into the gas station or whatever the case is. They could be a truck driver themselves and they getting robbed. Would you want that to happen to the people that you love? I feel like these little young boys is getting together and conspiring to go out and do this type of stuff, whatever, not even thinking of the potentials of what could happen. Risking your life over nothing. Hurting other people and taking from other folk that really don't deserve to have to go through that. All because they parked somewhere. It don't make no sense. And y'all are literally devaluing your own city. Memphis has developed a reputation for this. And it's sad. So I'm just asking, from my own channel, this is not like a lot of my, like a lot of the videos and stuff that I do. But I told myself I'm just gonna start getting on here and speaking on things based on the way that I see stuff. I like talking about God on my channel and different things because there's some stuff going on. And I already know if I were to start speaking about God and I related to the situation, a lot of it got to do with that as well. A lot of young folks, they don't reverence God no more. They ain't thinking about God. They're only thinking about money. And the little bit of money that you're trying to get from stealing from other people, it's not, you really ain't gonna get that much out of it. It's not worth it. It's not even worth it. I don't know what type of jobs they got available in Memphis, but I hope and pray that you young people wake up and not ruin your life so early. I mean, like I said, the video that I saw earlier about those 4 little young men from Memphis stealing cars and robbing people and shooting at people and all this other stuff. For what? type of pride are you getting about it being like that and doing that type of stuff? What are you getting out of it? Don't let your city lose like that. Don't keep devaluing your city because you're gonna start. You're thinking that you're trying to gain money from taking folks, but people gonna start bringing money into Memphis. And if y'all ain't got no jobs and stuff like that available to y'all right now, just imagine if y'all keep this type of stuff up and y'all don't try to bring your city up, ain't nobody gonna invest in Memphis no more like that. You got artists, like I say, Yo Gotti, and other artists that came out of Memphis, Tennessee. What's his name? Finesse 2 Times. You know, they don't stay in Memphis. They don't even live there. All the millions of dollars that could be invested and reinvested in Memphis, Tennessee, they get somewhere else. Money bag yo now, money somewhere else. They're not investing their money back into the city. You know why? Because they don't want to be victimized by what could potentially happen to them. Look at what happened to Young Dolph. He was probably one of the only artists that was investing back into the city. Makeda's, he gave Makeda's a name while he was living and after he died. Definitely after he died, Makeda's Cookies became famous all across the United States and probably the world. I don't know if that helped their business or whatever, but it dang sure put a light on them. Just imagine if the right type of light could have been put on them, not because that's where Young Dolph got killed, but that's where Young Dolph liked to go. And he invested money. Other people that, other artists and stuff that come to Memphis were coming to Makeda's. That could have been a booming little business and stuff, which it probably is. I don't know. I ain't never been to Makeda's, but it could be a real booming business because of the reputation that it held just from Young Dolph alone. But look at what they chose to do. It's a killer. And then one of the people that had the man killed was a big artist, well, a CEO or whatever. For what? That wasn't a gain for Memphis. That was a loss. Young Dolph getting killed and Makeda's was a loss. That man should have been buying cookies because that man was getting ready to go and take turkeys and stuff and give them to the community. Why would you want to kill somebody like that that's doing that type of stuff for your community? How did that happen? Why y'all allow that to happen? Why would y'all even agree to do that? And I'm not saying all of Memphis is like that or whatever, but I can dang sure tell you that all of Memphis is conscious of what's going on in Memphis. And I don't think that they really appreciate or like the fact that that's going on. I'm almost willing to bet that they ain't appreciate that. But don't make it. But yeah, it's crazy. It shouldn't happen that way. And I would want better for a place like Memphis because of how culturally rich it is. To me, Memphis should be just as good as Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love Atlanta. Atlanta is black culturally rich as well. A lot of successful black people that's in Atlanta. And they made what they needed to make up. A lot of the artists and stuff that even artists that's not from Atlanta is in Atlanta. Investing, and I can appreciate a lot of the artists that's live in Atlanta, that stayed in Atlanta and invested in it. They got pride in their city. They got pride in Atlanta. You can hear it in their music. You can hear it with the way that they talk. They proud of their city. They done came a long way. And they still coming up. They still making millionaires in Atlanta. Black millionaires. Yeah, Atlanta got they level of pride as well. But it's not as much as it is in I'm saying? They just, you don't come with no problems, it ain't gonna be no problem. But obviously, you know what I'm saying, if it's up, that's what it is. But yet still, the concentrated crime that's going on in Atlanta ain't nothing compared to what it is in Memphis. To me, Memphis too small to be complete to have all that going on. I mean, to try to get from one end of Atlanta to the next, like Memphis is like a little small country town compared to Atlanta. But yet still, it's culturally rich with black people. And Memphis could really be popping, but y'all are discouraging money and revenue to be invested in Memphis because of the decisions that's being made in Memphis. Because of reputation. It is sad. It's real sad. I hope that y'all may hear this. I don't know, I'm just, one person, that's on YouTube that's talking about it. But this is a conversation that needs to be had. What is going on in Memphis? How can Memphis get brought up out of the gutter in a manner that's being operated, especially with the young folk? What is it going to take in order for different decisions to be made? More black businesses being created in Memphis, Tennessee, and less people robbing each other and running up in businesses hurting their own kind. What would it take? What would it take? Because you dang sure ain't finna be able to depend on the law enforcement in Memphis, Tennessee, because they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Ain't no cameras established nowhere. And you call them, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. I got shot. Police came, ambulance came. But you think they ever caught the person that shot me in Memphis? Nope. And that happened in 2021. I called that there detective. I was asking if was there any progression on finding who it was and stuff. They was like, no, we hadn't found the person or whatever. It was almost as if he was trying to, like, the way he said it, like he just didn't care. That's fine. I thank God that I'm still here because of it. In spite of it all, in other words. I'm glad I'm still here because of it, even though that didn't happen. And I have still, tried to look over the fact that happened because I know that Memphis as a whole is not like that. But see, even now, myself as one individual that go into Memphis by the wings and, I have to go to Memphis a lot. I like the food in Memphis. I like some of the places that I go into Memphis. I like going to Memphis. But I can't afford to always continue to be potentially victimized or happen to maybe defend myself against somebody that want to try to take from me or want to do something. I don't like that. I don't like the way they feel. I'd rather not even just go into Memphis. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people feel the same sentiment as I do. I don't want. It's sad that could potentially, and it might already have. But a lot of people just gonna stop fooling in Memphis. Like I say, the ones that came up out of Memphis, the rap artists and stuff like that or whatever, they done left Memphis. They not reinvesting money into Memphis. They're not reinvesting into Memphis. For next 2 times, they went and got that little boy, the king or whatever, brought him up out of Memphis, trying to get him a better life outside of Memphis. Because there's no way possible for him to have a better life in Memphis. So he had to be removed from that area in order for him to do better. Why would you want those that grew up and know the culture of Memphis and then potentially become millionaires and stuff like that to reinvest millions of dollars into the Memphis economy? Building businesses in Memphis. Why wouldn't y'all want that? Why wouldn't you want that to be promoted? Why? Because you want to continue to keep trying to take something from somebody that you didn't earn and discourage those that do got money that don't want to have to take those type of losses or take that type of risk in the city and they take that money elsewhere, like, why would you want that? But that's what's happening. And I give Memphis 5 more years if they keep this up, whatever. People gonna be moving up out of Memphis. I've heard people tell me, they're like, well, I want to get away from Memphis. I don't native people that live in Memphis, they want to get up out of there. I done met folk, you know what I'm saying, that just down bad. I don't know why. You know, I don't know what the education, you know, like the curriculum and the education, and, you know, the graduation rate and, you know, people going to college and all that. I don't know what that rate is. But it's evident that it's not that high. It's evident. So there got to be some changes made in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm calling out all leaders, law enforcement, you know, philanthropists, anybody that's attached to Memphis culture, that's from Memphis and grew up in Memphis. I'm calling y'all out to start asking some questions in your community. Find out what's necessary, what's needed. Go to your leaders, go to your politicians, your governors, your mayor. Go to these people and let them know that we demanding something to change. We need to create opportunities for these young folks so they don't have to keep feeling as if they got to go and rob and steal. Because it's devaluing what Memphis can be. So that's what I really want to just mention to y'all. You know, I appreciate anybody that watched this video. You know, I just, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody got to say something. Somebody got to say something. Because regardless if it's in Memphis, if it's in Dallas, if it's in Atlanta, wherever the case is, our culture is rich in a lot of these places. Memphis can be one of those places as well. It don't have to be like it is. And I hope and pray that one day that Memphis starts to have a better economy for their own people, to where those that are from Memphis that do got money or feel compelled to start reinvesting in their city and start taking notice to what's going on and want to be part of the change. Y'all got an opportunity to do it. I don't know, it may be hard, but a lot of it's people that may listen to this that you got family members, young men, you know what I'm saying, that's out there doing the dirty, stealing, robbing and stuff. You know, you fathers that, you know, in Memphis, if you know, if you're not in prison, you know what I'm saying, have a sit down with your children, talk to them, get in their business, find out what's going on. This street stuff ain't cute. I feel like that street mentality is celebrated too much. Not just in Memphis either, but abroad. It's just celebrated too much. Folks are getting killed. Folks are dying. You know, young black men are losing their lives. Young black women, it's been children, babies that's been killed in Memphis, Tennessee from random gunfight. Quit letting the devil walk in Memphis, Tennessee so easy. Set a standard against him and say, no, we're not going for this. We're going to do something about it. We're going to stop this. We're going to figure out how we can motivate our young men and our young women to uplift this city. A reflection of what our city is supposed to look like. And that goes for any other city as well that you may listen to this. You know, any other state. Start having a conversation with the young people. Because the young people 16 commit crimes or whatever when they could be our potential lawyers and doctors and, you know, business owners, architects. But this is what they are resorting themselves to. That's bad. That's a bad precedent. We got to start being more focused on these kids. Do something about it. Memphis, come on, y'all. I know y'all can do better. I'm rooting for you. I don't like what, you know, what a couple of times I done had to be victimized by Memphis. I don't like it by the least bit. But am I going to lose hope in my own people? I'm not. I'm not from Memphis. But the thing is that y'all got the same skin as me. of most of y'all. And I shouldn't have to be victimized by my own kind. So God bless y'all. I'm praying for Memphis. Lord, I just ask that you put your hands on Memphis, Lord. And I ask that whatever opportunities is necessary. Okay, but like I was saying, with faith, all things are possible. And I got faith that Memphis can do it. So I'm going to leave it at this. God bless y'all. Sophisticated Black Strong. I appreciate y'all that have watched. Y'all have a good day. Oh, what's going on, Mama? I see you on there. I didn't see you at first. How you doing, Mama? My mama always watching my channel, so I love the fact that my mama watches my channel. So, y'all just, like I say, let's do better. God bless y'all. I'm out.